Well, crazy shit happens to me, and it just happens out of the blue, and for no reason at all sometimes. For example, I'm walking through the rainforest of southern Cameroon. It was just something I was doing. Don't ask why, it was just something to do. Well, it's the rainforest, it's hot, I'm tired. I've been walking for a long part of the day, and I came across a group of people, the Baka tribe. They're sometimes called the Pygmies. And they're you recognize them because they're shorter than the average. I mean, I think their average height's about 5'2" or so. Well, anyway, I came across a small settlement of the Baka people, and I saw a little structure like this, and one man came out and he invited me into this. He invited me in to come in for a drink and to rest and relax. I said, sure, I'll come in. And inside there were some men like this. They were hanging out, just eating, drinking, relaxing, getting out of the heat. There were some women in there taking care of the babies and taking care of the men. It was just a kind of, I guess, a little community center. There were also some young women there who were helping take care of everybody and having a nice time. One woman in particular, her name was Marguerite. She was giving me extra special attention, giving me drinks, helping me clean my face and everything. Like she was really like there was something special about me or something special about her. I didn't quite get it at first. Soon you will find out. Well, anyway, after some time, she told me to come with her, and she took me outside to a little hut that looked like this. You couldn't see through the walls as much as you could here, though you could see through a little bit. She told me to put my stuff down and to follow her down to a stream where I could take a bath. So I put my backpack down there. I took some clean clothes and my towel, and she took me down to the stream, and she said, get undressed and she'll give me a bath. Excuse me. I said, no, 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 I'll give myself a bath. She said, no, 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 I'll give you a bath. I said, no, 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 no. We went back and forth. In the end, I relented. I let her give me a bath. Well, I had never had a sponge bath by a pretty woman, pygmy woman, in the middle of a rainforest at a stream. And it's kind of an odd experience. You don't get something like this every day. Now you think this is crazy shit. And it was crazy at the time. I thought this was really nutty. I really enjoyed it. I'll be honest with you. This was very relaxing. Nothing naughty here. Just all very relaxing. And can you hear the sounds here? Can you hear the sounds of the rainforest? It was so nice. Well, anyway, after some time, we went back up to the hut. She told me to get some rest, and I got some rest. And she was going to prepare dinner. So after some time, she woke me up. She was I felt her rubbing my leg like this, the hair on my leg. She liked the feel of it. Many people like to feel the fur, the hair on my leg and my arm. They like to feel the fur. Anyway, we went to another hut, and she prepared python stew for me. It was quite delicious. And we were talking. It was like nice little candlelight. There was no one else anywhere around. It was just her and me. It was very romantic. Again, I was being a bit suspicious. Well, anyway, it ends up that her mother and father had just been killed recently by a wild elephant. A wild elephant had come through the settlement and trampled her mother and father to death. And she was just finishing the mourning period. The mourning period lasted as long as the meat from the elephant lasted. The meat that had killed her mother and father. They had killed that elephant and then they ate the meat. That day they had finished the meat. And also that very day, a giant python had come through the settlement. And they had killed that python. And that meant to them that the gods were sending someone to rescue Marguerite. I suddenly showed up in their settlement. I was meant to rescue Marguerite. I was there for that reason. I was supposed to marry Marguerite. Remember, Marguerite was a daughter of a chief of the tribe. She was like the princess. I was supposed to become the king of this tribe, the chief of this tribe, basically. Well, I told her, no, I can't marry you. Yeah, I'm sorry, Marguerite, I can't marry you. And I was much more empathetic about that. She started crying. It was very sad. She took me outside. She showed me where her mother and father were buried, a couple mounds in the ground. We looked up at the sky. There were some stars in a little clearing. She put her head on my shoulder and she's crying, and I felt so guilty. Marguerite, I really wanted to marry you. Really, I wanted to, but I felt I can't. I had to go on my way. So I went to sleep alone. In the morning, she woke me up. She asked me, are you sure? Are you sure? I said, I'm sure. And I felt so bad, but in the end I gave her some soap. Here's some soap, some antibacterial soap. And I said, here, Marguerite, goodbye.